Right. Welcome. Quickly, very first thing we're going to do, we're going to stage an intervention. Dylan McGeouch, since he stopped playing last week, all we've got is pictures of food, talk about chocolate bars, favourite drinks. Are you not meant to be keeping yourself healthy, like?
I'm on my holidays, aren't I? On my holidays.
I've never seen now like it. They like a beige tea, though, don't you?
He does.
Do you think?
Well, what was it today?
No, that was just
Potato skins, potato wedges, chicken goujons,
Goujons, aye.
and an orange Capri
Capri
Sun.
Sun.
Nah, Greg's unreal. Lunch menu's unreal.
Greg's, where's Greg's?
I think Greg. You love it, Greg.
I knew he'd say something.
It's got to be up there though with the best like lunch meal. I think for like value for money.
Aye. It is.
Well, I've read the Daily Mail today. Greg's is going up because of the bloody war and all that. So that's another hit.
Good, I've noticed by the way. Like,
Never ever gonna stop
I'm just
believing.
complaining about Greg's. Where did Greg start?
Because the dream
Correct. Is it?
No,
I don't. Bassett or whatever. I'm going to bump a bit. Phoenix. So, if you're watching or listening, there's a different voice in. We've got 4 in the middle today. Our special guest, Graeme Anthony. Hello, Graeme.
Good evening.
Everyone in Carlisle will know who Graeme is.
Not much more running though, is it?
This is the problem,
Didn't
right?
bring any legs to the table.
absolute zero legs. Yeah.
I've heard someone had 0 legs last night for the over 35.
Oh,
That's
turn
another
it in.
story. New boots last night, Skip?
New boots, had a nightmare, got took off at 2-1 and we won 4-2.
Did you stay and support the lads?
Yeah, and then went home quite sharp.
Bad egg.
I heard as we scored the 4th, Skip was halfway home to Dalston.
Sophia get in the car.
Poison.
Aye,
Texting
poison.
the rest of the lads going, I think Tucker's made a mistake.
What's that
there."
formation all about and all that? Aye.
When the lads blank you, when you're back in the day, Gaffer's lost the plot, no reply. Well,
You know what you do.
they agree. Ever had a manager give you a list and say pick the team? Gudjon Thordarson at Barnsley give us all a bit of paper and went, like, pick your team.
Did you put yourself in it? Obviously.
Aye.
Captain
Right.
corners.
It's like the old schoolboy days, isn't it? Take
One
the
of the-
throw-ins, corners, free kicks a lot.
One of the lads was just desperate to get in. He's like left-footed, like trying to play his left back, but everyone was injured on the right wing, so he put himself on the right wing. I can do your job there, Gaffer. No, you can't. But yeah, so Graeme's in to talk about his career a little bit, but more importantly as well, a little bit on the Tony Hopper Memorial Weekend, are we calling it? It would have been his
It's his 50th year.
50th
birthday,
50 on the Sunday, I think he is, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Already, yeah.
so for our listeners outside of Carlisle, which we've got a few, Tony Hopper was a mainstay for Carlisle and Workington and unfortunately passed away from motor neurons disease, which is becoming more and more, I don't want to say popular, but it's common at the minute, with a lot of ex-footballer, ex-rugby players bringing it to light in the media. So it's important. We talk about it, talk a little bit about Tony, talk about the weekend, but also, as usual, we'll have a little bit of fun and remember him the right way as well.
And talk about what him and Tony used to get up to.
Right up and yeah.
Double trouble. them.
Tony.
Always Tony's fault.
So cheers for coming, Graeme. And I just want to quickly, before we do a big intro, talk about Mike Williamson's phrase last week when he called Jordan Williams cheat code. And I said, what the fuck's he on about? So I've had a couple of messages in. One from Steve Mars. Lads, I'm presuming a cheat code is someone who is good enough that they can play anywhere. No, he wasn't. Or fit into a system. He couldn't. It must come from the 90s gaming where you could tap into a string of clicks on your keyboard or controller while your game is loading and unlock unlimited health, money or weapons, etc. So he's going down the line of Mike Williamson was saying he's just too good. Like one of them characters where you get Ultimate Street Fighter or something, you get a cheat. Yeah? Maybe. Another one from Niall Mattison. You were asking on the pod that Williamson said about Josh Williams' cheat code. It was his pace he was on about. Said he was that quick. It's a real cheat code. He is quick.
Yeah, I can see the thought behind that, to be fair, if he's talking about pace and
Pace,
stuff.
yeah.
Like
He had a great debut at Fleetwood away.
Did he?
And then I think he got injured quite quickly.
Did he do his hammy or something? I'm sure he done his hammy.
Apparently all fast players do.
Aye.
Do they, Graeme?
I've
So we've heard.
done it a few times.
There's no worse than pushing past that defender and your hammy tweaking. Never. Hey, I've talked about cheat codes. Do you remember Championship Manager when you were younger?
Yeah.
And it turned into Football Manager. but Championship managers used to play on the Commodore Amiga. In your same
Right,
age.
yeah.
Skip.
Yeah.
Dylan, no.
I remember Championship
Championship manager.
Manager.
So it turned into Football Manager. But I remember there's one, viewers will remember this, expect some hits for this. There was a version where the two creators put themselves in, Mark Collis and Ferrero Orozco, and they put themselves at Cambridge United, and they weren't real. And you'd sign them and they'd just go up to the top.
Do you ever remember Freddie Adu?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just like 16 or something, wasn't
the
it?
man, wasn't
You'd
he?
get him for pennies, and he was like fucking 20 goals a season or something.
Sorensen
He was
at
a cheat
Newcastle. Sorensen at Newcastle. Carlisle signed him a few years ago. He's nowhere near as good as his champ manager or Football
Not
Manager.
many are.
I remember I was on crew on loan. I stayed in a lady's house called Norma in the Sticks. Just had a roast dinner every night and had my laptop, Football Manager. Mum and Dad, how are you getting on? Love it. Hanging out the window for a reception. Love it. Like, give me it.
Oh, get me up.
But So, I had a quick text in from my mate. Remember I spoke about Mark Maley quite a bit?
Yeah, just,
He was...
he had the eye
So,
accident.
Mark Maley was a 16-year-old, signed for Sunderland, England under 16 captain. Should have really signed for a Man U, Arsenal. Right build, fit, good on the ball. Should have played 200 games. Just an absolute wrong'un. Just everything off the pitch he loved. So when he was on about the couple of stories we told of the last couple of weeks, getting spied at the gym, because Dylan got caught at the gym spying.
I never get caught.
You can't be saying things like that.
And then my mate got caught on it. My mate got caught on a dog. My mate got caught on a dog walk, talking to a lass he shouldn't have been. So my mates just said, following the stories that got you in the shit the other week from the last couple of lads, what about this one? 18-year-old at Sunderland, thought I was the bollocks. For Your Eyes Only strip club, newly opened in Newcastle. Got myself in there, got used to it. Pretended I was first team, I wasn't. Got talking to a couple of lasses, got giddy. They said, we're going to Ibiza tonight. So me and my friend, I'm not going to name him. Oh, fuck I am. Mark Convery. We decided to go with them. So we've told our lasses that we've went up to, we're just going on a lads holiday, debrief, get over the hard season they've just had. They played about 3 reserve games just to get over it. So back in them days, you could ring and you could press someone on your mobile where it withheld. So they rang it for about 3 or 4 days, not a problem. Got a bit drunk one night. They've rang off one of the lasses' phones. Went to Cheryl, Mark's lass. She's rang straight back. The lass has picked up. They've all panicked. Shit's hit the fan. But right at that time, one of the other lads with them has paid one of them blokes, who takes the photos
Yeah.
of like on the holiday. He took it, and I'll try and find it. It's unbelievable. So there's that lad like that. The 2 stripper lasses are like that, and Con and Maley are arguing in the background. It's the best. So for 3 days, they're wondering on what to do, like what the story's going to be. And you know, when you get back to the airport and there's people with like welcome home and parents and all that, there's these 2 lasses here with coffee, just ready to
Waiting for them.
So they're just.
Oh, that's the fear in it.
I haven't told you, Graeme. Mark Maley, with Marbella for Sunderland last night. He's 19. We walk around the corner. He's got a tab. Peter Reid sees him. Goes, fucking hell, Maley. Fucking hell. Next morning, I've seen Peter Reid. He's in a good mood. I went, Maley, you're all right. Don't think you'll even remember. We travelled back from Marbella to Heathrow. We drive all the way up 6 hours to Yarm, drop the gaffer. So bearing in mind, we've got 2 months off. Gaffer gets off and he goes, brilliant, lads. What a season. Maley, I'll see you first day back, July 5th, in my office. Maley's just went white. And I've went away with Maley that yeah. And he's like laughing and joking around the pool, and you just see him go, oh. You go, what's the matter? Going, gaffer first day. So he's absolutely
Ruined
killed.
his summer.
Absolutely ruined his summer. And that's what managers used to do, isn't it? Just leave one on you all the time. But we'll get into a few youth team stories coming. But intro, if no one's been listening and it's your first time, I'm Chris Lumsdon, former Barnsley, Sunderland, Carlisle. Mark Skip Boyd, Newcastle, Port Vale, Carlisle, Gretna, Macclesfield, Accrington. And we learnt last year, Sligo with Cookie.
Sligo, aye.
Sligo got some stories. Celtic Nation, we've had a few stories.
Check.
And Dylan McGeouch, still playing.
Yep.
Still playing. Good CV this. Celtic, Hibernian, Sunderland, Aberdeen, Carlisle, Forest Green, Carlisle,
Yeah.
and recently Ballymena United.
Ballymena, yeah.
And a full Scottish
And a
international.
full Scottish international under Alex McLeish. So, thank you for listening, and let's crack on.
Don't know why you get this feeling, but I always get it with you. Never ever gonna stop believing, because I'm dreaming blue.
Right, Graeme.
Welcome.
Welcome. Started at Sheffield United. Were you born South Shields?
South Shields, aye.
So you're a Mackham?
No, not quite. In between, innit?
In between.
In between.
In between. Sand
on the
dancer.
fence, no, I lived in Jarrow. Grew up in Jarrow. So it's like half and half. A lot in Newcastle, but quite a few Sunderland as well.
Toon supporter?
I am, aye.
Toon supporter. Who was your heroes?
Gaza.
And mine. Legend.
Lumsdon.
Oh,
I love him.
Can't be
The
anyone
best.
else.
He needed that Rangers move, Gaza, because he was never going to be top draw like he was, but Scottish League suited him.
Done it, didn't it? Just to come and
Just come
be
piss
there.
about.
Oh,
a
he's
bit.
loved up there.
Class one.
He's absolutely loved it. He was top.
I know everyone's probably heard it, but he got his teeth done, didn't he? And he got them done horrendously. So instead of hiding it, Ali McCoy said he just got it out the way, walked into the dressing room, just went, get it out the way. And all hammered him.
He's got some great stories about
Oh,
McCoy's
just
Aye,
continuously.
unreal.
Aye.
Brilliant.
He only calls him Gascoigne all the time, doesn't he? So, how did Sheffield United come about? Newcastle, Sunderland, local lads in? Local teams in, sorry?
I've always wondered this.
Do you know I was at Sunderland? It was a school excellence back then, wasn't it?
Jim Montgomery involved.
Aye, yeah.
Ex-keeper.
I was there, and I was still played local football, so I was just playing for my local side. And then after one of the games, my dad was watching, and someone approached him, and he was a Sheffield United scout. So I don't know what he was doing up there at the time, and then all that, but invited were down. There was a couple who went down.
It's better when you go down with a couple of lads.
Oh,
on
not
trial.
on your own is the worst, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aye.
So just went on from there, and then
What age was this?
13.
Aye.
And then I had the choice to make whether Sunderland wanted to sign us on school, like proper schoolboy forms, and Sheffield wanted to do. And I loved it at Sheffield United. No, you just get a good feeling, even as a young kid.
So was that, you wouldn't train through the week, would you? Was it just
No,
Saturdays down,
school holidays, and then play on a weekend. Aye.
go down and watch the Sheffield United game?
Aye,
And that would have been them in the Prem then?
They just got in the Prem. The first season of the Prem, they got promoted into the
Yeah.
Prem. And that I joined as a apprentice that year.
Who was the lads with you? Did anyone make it?
Quinny, were you saying?
Wayne
age, yeah?
Quinn was a year or two younger.
Yeah.
That was really it, to be honest, out of all that group. Although we had a good group. A couple played in lower leagues, non-league, but because Quinny got a good move, didn't he? Newcastle.
Aye, when
aye.
I was there, aye.
1-5-0.
Left foot, with some left foot on him, but
Wayne Quinn,
aye, Wayne Quinn.
Yeah.
Did you have to do the jobs?
Aye.
Yes. Right, tell some of the viewers about these jobs. He didn't have to do it.
No,
you-
we had a watered down version the time I came round, but it's still
Probably better.
Still kind of
No, I loved the
compared
job.
to now, yeah.
Well, not loved
Go on.
them. Looking back, it's just cleaning the boots, cleaning the dressing rooms.
You clean the toilets.
Oh, aye,
You
yeah.
have to do everything.
Yeah, doing the balls and bibs and all that kind of everything ready. It was just
How did the first team treat you?
good. It was a brilliant time. Some great lads in the dressing
Who
room.
was there then? Who were the big hitters?
Brian Deane,
Aye.
Brian Gale was the captain. Billy Whitehurst, Vinnie Jones.
I had some stories about that Billy White as hard as nails. Is that right? Aye.
Aye, but not that, like I say, I was just an apprentice when he was
Aye.
there, so obviously I didn't.
Yeah.
You weren't involved.
Aye.
Didn't go out drinking with him then. But just again, you used to like, just mix together. You know,
Aye,
when
were that?
we got changed. In fact, we got changed in Bramall Lane. The first team won the home dressing room. The apprentices got changed in the away dressing room.
Was it Harry Bassett?
Aye.
He can talk, can't he?
Oh, aye.
So there's a lot of mixing then.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's
you
the
just
best way, isn't it?
Yeah. Even you'd go train in the same area, and then obviously you used to get called over every now and then, didn't you? And you
Probably makes it easier though to go and train with them, doesn't it? When
Aye,
you're
'cause you know
integrating
it,
with them
yeah.
all the time. If you just go as a
Breaks the
complete,
barriers a wee bit, doesn't it?
Aye, if you
That
go as a
nervousness
complete
that you're always
stranger,
kinda
bagging
walking
nerves,
past.
aye.
rather than
Or they're asking you how you got on at the weekend and all
Aye.
that. You feel like
part of it, don't you?
Yeah, but let's not sugarcoat it. There's sometimes I went in and you get them a cup of coffee and they get the teaspoon and they put it on your calf. Let's not say it was all great going into them.
It's about the nose.
Paul Stewart, as I've
Screaming.
said, Matthew Pitts used to play right back. Pitsy getting you every morning, either be a kiss on the cheek or a jab.
Would it? One or the other.
But then you get like 200 quid tip for taking it. Richard Ord, he was a local lad at Sunderland. Remember Richard Ord?
Aye, something like that.
But he was Sunderland lad every day. My mate was his YTS. Lammy, who you met at the playoff semi. And he'd just come in with 8 balls or 3 shirts and just have to get them all
get them
signed.
signed.
Absolute nightmare.
That's the worst job for me, that. Going round to the first team with the strips and the balls.
Did
You
you?
know they don't want to do it.
Could you see a path through?
Aye, yeah. I mean, although Bassett was like old school, only very old school, and some of the bollockings you could hear. We used to home games used to stand outside the dressing room, and you could hear him bollocking, and you think,
Well, that's never me.
aye. But again, even back then, the reserves, you used to play against like first teamers.
It
you
was
know,
class.
We've said this
Puntins.
miles better, won it?
Yeah.
Puntins.
them leagues.
So if you were on the bench in the Premier League, more often than not, you'd play in the reserve game. And, so young kids were coming playing against all these names, and you'd play at the stadiums. You'd
Proper
play-
games, weren't
yeah,
they? Yeah.
Anfield.
We said this
Goodison,
before,
and-
didn't we, about the reserve leagues and stuff like that.
I played
now it's
against
just full of kids.
played against Middlesbrough, and they had I
You
played
said,
against
didn't you?
Liverpool. They had Gerrard, Carragher, Fowler, Lipman, Hippier, Middlesbrough, Andy Townsend, Gary Pallister, Paul Gascoigne,
Aye.
Alan Armstrong, Luke Start. But then even if you went to something like Notts County, who aren't as well known, you've still got 8 blokes
Yeah.
you're playing against,
Aye.
and a player at left back who's played 600 games, and you're like, fucking hell. So
There's no holding back, was there?
Nah.
They were proper games.
not like now, eh? Good old days.
Good old days, aye. Good old days.
Aye, so we'll go your Sheffield United, and then we'll talk a little bit other stuff, and we'll come back to it. So Sheffield United, Don Hutchinson there with you.
Yeah, he come later on. Again, he was just a brilliant bloke.
He was one of the best players I played with, technically. Probably not known as that in the Premier League.
Is he?
Known as kind of a
Is he a Geordie? No.
like
Is he?
Kate said,
I
aye.
Said, yeah.
So he got moved from Hartlepool to Liverpool very young, went to West Ham, and then I think that's when he went Sheffield, and then he kicked on again because he got to move to Everton. And O'Connor came the other way, I think, a right back from Everton. But Bones, we call him. He's a quality player, like just someone, you know, when you're in the drills before games or in training and you had to ping it to someone, his had always, left or right foot would always like get there.
There, aye.
Right. Adrian Littlejohn?
Yeah,
I played with him at Port Vale, aye.
he was fast, wasn't he?
Oh, was he? He was back end of his career, but he was still quick, but he's a good bloke. eh?
Aye, yeah.
He used to travel a mile though. From him and Sam Collins used to travel about 2.5 hours to training. It's too far, isn't it? 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. Just the two of them.
Did you miss home or not?
Do you know? No, I didn't. Even though I was in digs. I was 15 actually when I left school, and when I left school at 15 and went straight to pre-season at 15. In digs with a couple of other lads, and like I say, I just loved it.
Did you
Sheffield United-
settle straight away though? No, because I had that initial first month where I was nearly jacking in me.
Do you know?
I was nearly coming back to Carlisle.
Like I say, Sheffield United just got in the Premier League, so you've got all these Man U's coming, and
That was like my first
and we
year.
were like
Aye,
in amongst it all, like I
loving
say,
it.
yeah.
Aye.
We used to clean the dressing rooms out after them, but sometimes you'd go in and they'd say, "Oh, well, lads, get yourselves in."
I was telling this last week. Some teams wouldn't let you in. Wimbledon just let you in, and you were sitting with Robbie Earle and that, listening to him. And I remember, he's not going to listen, Robbie Earle. Do you remember Jet off the Gladiators? She was upstairs at Roker Park. Robbie Earle was going, lads, fucking come on. Jet's upstairs.
Get your seal up there.
She was the one back in the day.
But
wasn't
as
she?
I say, you leave school 1 minute and then you're sitting in the dressing room, aren't you, with all these players.
Surreal,
and
isn't it?
literally, as we said about Championship Manager, you've signed them on a computer game, and now you're sitting there going, fucking hell.
We've done like you say, some let you in, so we'd be waiting, and sometimes 5 o'clock. Say, "Oh, just get in, lads." This time it was 5:30. I'm like, "Is anyone left in?" And it was Dwight Yorke, just by himself. Come in. Nah, wouldn't let win.
Honestly.
So waiting and waiting. Anyway, he comes out. Well, back then there was at a players bar, and it was upstairs in Bramall Lane. So he comes out. He's going now. Where's the players bar? Down that way. First right, first left. Next thing comes out. You've sent us to the flipping laundry room. He wanted to see the youth team. Who's your youth team manager?
Oh, you're
I was
joking.
kicking off. Felt like kicking off because we'd say,
That's quality, though.
You got your own bathroom.
Bloody hell, you wouldn't expect that. Mick Harford was like that. Come in, lads.
Aye.
Like, class. Even Man U were all right. Guess who was a big dickhead?
Who?
Don't say Keane.
Nobody starts like that. Keown.
Oh,
Not letting anyone in. They were already in that. Like, fuck off.
I know. I don't know why the people are like
That was the difference, though. When you're there at 16 thinking I can make it as a Premier League footballer, Arsenal walk past you and everyone's thighs are thicker than you. And you're like, can I?
I know, massive fan of
Can I really?
units.
But get in the first team then.
I played three games.
Was that in the Prem?
No,
The
got
championship?
Championship. So good.
Under Bassett.
Bassett, and then I made a couple under Kendall come after Bassett.
Oh, the keg.
Aye.
Is he unreal?
Brilliant.
Everyone wants to play under Howard Kendall or play on when he was live. But Peter Reid's hero, Adrian Heath's hero.
I think they used to go on the end of the season. Sometimes they used to meet up end of the season in Magaluf or somewhere. and-
What the
Oh,
old
yeah.
managers do?
well,
Oh, but honestly, after
Wasn't
3
mine.
days, their teeth were red.
I could imagine.
Because they're just sitting to. I reckon Kendall used to get on the back of the bus, didn't he? Cigar,
aye.
boxer shorts with the lads.
Honestly.
And like, you wonder why people love playing under him and that, but knew his footy.
Used to go in on him. I used to call in on a morning, like before training. He'd go and sit. He says, right, he says, just a couple of things. He said, do you want a glass of red?
Bet you said aye.
And you're thinking, is
Is that a
winding me
trick?
up? Yeah.
Is this a trick?
Aye. So obviously I was just a young lad. No. Apparently some of them did just have a glass of red before training with them.
Oh, it's changed there.
When I used to do the coaches room, I was in charge of not in charge, clean the coaches room. And like Reid, Heath, Sam Ellis, now just them cans of bud after every training session, like just a couple. Just different in it.
I know.
But they still got the best out of the players. And then just knew the path wasn't there.
Well, it was Kendall come in and give us another year's contract, but then they started signing players from the Prem, like into the Championship.
To get back up.
Aye, so I was like making my way up, doing all right, but then there's coming down, and you get the first time I've thought I'm
Fit.
behind here.
Aye.
Who would they be in it when you thought, fucking hell?
They brung in remember David White, the winger from Man
Yeah,
City?
yeah.
Yeah.
Man City.
The centre half, foreign lad, John Ebrell from Everton.
Aye, centre mid.
Yeah.
Hard little bastard.
Aye.
Dogs of he was in the Everton team when he.
So they're bringing them type of players down, and so just push me down a bit. And
Yeah.
So and then, like you say, my contract was up in the end. And
So did you ever go on loan then? Or was it just contract up and then to the next club?
well, he told us the end. He pulled us in. He went, look. He says, obviously, you can see
What's happening now?
And I knew as well. Like I say, the first time I thought, I'm just a bit behind here. And he sent us to Swindon because Steve McMahon, he was
Yeah.
manager.
I went on loan to Blackpool under Steve McMahon.
All right. Well, he was at Swindon at the time.
Aye.
So I played a couple of games under him in the.
Did you play with him in midfield?
No, because he was player manager, but
Aye.
he didn't actually
Right.
play when I was there. So I went there, but that was just till the end of the season, and then I was out of contract, and then Plymouth come in for us, but that was just month to month to see,
What you can do.
and then I had a couple of months there, and then Carlisle obviously come into.
Do they do month to month anymore?
You're shite.
Give him another
We're on
month.
trial.
Give him another month.
Aye.
We'll have
Come and
another
train for a few
we'll have
days.
another
Here we are.
We'll come on to the Carlisle, but yeah. So started at Sheffield, spells at Swindon, which is at Plymouth, and then the longest mileage transfer ever to Carlisle. Then you went on to Barrow and finished with Workington. Yeah.
Aye,
Right, we'll get on to that. But yeah, as I said, we've got Graeme in to discuss a few things coming up, which is all close to our heart, the motor neurons disease and the charity. But first, let's get on to it, which is close to all our hearts. Carlisle United. Jordan Jones, Thomas, Davies, Hayden, gone.
Yeah.
What we saying, right or wrong?
Yeah, I think it's right for what I've seen, especially the two centre halves. I think Feeney's had a bit of a rough ride over the season with his central defensive partners. Jordan Jones, I think, had to leave. It was starting to get a bit toxic, wasn't it, between what fans think of him and
Not
stuff.
his fault.
No, it's not. I'm not saying that, but you know what it can be like when people are on big money and they're not in the team and performing and stuff. So but I believe he's done all right of it. So I think he's I think it's the best move all round. But from the lads who've been released, I think they've only kept McAdam, haven't they?
I don't know if he's kept his head down in that, but I would have been poison.
Would you?
I would have put balls around in that.
What, just to get the
Get
pay
me
up?
money.
Aye.
Because he got told he wasn't going to be involved. So just,
Well, didn't they say a while back they weren't going to do pay-ups and stuff?
yeah.
Um,
They all
so-
walked in the end of last season, didn't they? Like that. They went, we're not doing payoffs.
Wheelbarrows.
Aye, so.
Some people have had right payoffs in the past, haven't they?
Well, like I said off air there, I won't name him, but we had someone at Gretna who used to shout in the warm-up, it pays to fail, lads.
Aye.
So as in, like, he'd had a few pay-ups as well.
When I retired and got my last pay up at Darlow, I drove out and put the window down and went, all the best, lads. That's me. And what are you going to do next, Chris? Like, that's me.
Do you know what? I think the lads who are being released, I think it's right, but it's tough on the young ones. I always go back to the young ones, don't I? And you just hope they can get somewhere. I just think geographically it's tough round here when you get released off Carlisle. Where do you sort of go? But
The problem they've got is dropping, you think you can get in, but the expectation to win the National League now means you're going to get experience in. I thought Jake Allen probably could have filled in a few places this year for 20 minutes here, 10 minutes
sometimes
there.
it's timing, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
sometimes they're a little bit, I don't mean desperate, but there's a bit more of a chance for you when there's maybe less money getting thrown about and stuff. There's less bodies in the squad and stuff. But
What you thought of Carlisle this year?
Do you know I agree with what a lot of people say. They're not great to watch, but they get results. I mean,
It's a fair point,
90, was it 95 points?
something like that, yeah. It's a good
You
return.
can't knock
isn't
that
it?
really.
Nah.
Like. So, but I agree that you just want a little bit more.
I think it's the opposition, isn't it? You know, when you used to play a while ago, if you play a team away, they'd make the grass longer, they'd cut the pitch up, they'd do something. But we're rolling into these away teams and everything's class. Like they're not getting these
There
bad.
isn't any bad pitches anymore.
No,
is there?
and
They're all
then
class.
that's another thing where you go, well, you're not really going to the Lions Den, yeah. You're going and you're like
nice to
true
play
rolling
there,
that,
yeah.
you're popping it.
It'd need to be an absolute disaster to not get an amount of point, like 95 points a lot, do you know what I mean? But like to get round about that.
Expected,
with,
really,
with the teams in the league, apart from maybe top 4 or 5, everyone else, a team like Carlisle have got on paper, like they should be kind of hitting them sort of numbers for me. But again, it was the games where the teams round about you, they looked
Off it.
they looked off it. Do you know what I mean? They didn't really lay a glove on any of the top teams, and then it got proved, didn't it, at the end of the season when it mattered that they turned up against a lesser team and let them dictate the game.
Didn't have dictate as well, didn't they? Boring one.
So all the hard work and all the yards that you've done over the year just get wasted against a team that really should be going toe to toe with. Do you know what I mean?
So we've got no problem with the release list. Feel for Dan Hopman, feel for Jake Allen.
I feel for the young lads. I mean, even the
Thomas Randall.
Thomas Randall, he was top draw for us, and just his attitude and everything. But he's obviously now he's out there looking. So if anybody out there needs a good young keeper, I would highly recommend him.
Yeah. What we're saying, should the manager situation be resolved by the end of this week?
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
What you thinking?
I've got a feeling he's going to stay.
I think he'll stay. I think the longer it goes on, he'll probably stay. But you would think they would have something in place
by now.
Yeah. I think getting into playoffs, innit? Like, if we go up, this is what we're going to go. If we don't, we're either going to keep him and build, or we're going to look to this sort of manager. Do you know what I mean? But it's kind of coming up for a week and a half, really.
Graeme, what are you saying?
Agree. I think if he was going to leave, he would have probably said it by now, straight away after the playoffs. He would have thought, all right, that's me done. But he hasn't, so looks like he could stay on.
As a club, we've got to win the title next year, haven't we?
They
can't not go up, but I can't be having third and fourth, and for the last 3 months going, we're all right, we're in the top 6. We'll wait for the playoffs.
Just waiting for the playoffs.
You've got to be either in a title race like York and Rochdale, or win it.
Yeah, I think Rochdale going up's a big plus for Carlisle, isn't it? Yeah. Getting them out of the league. But there'll always be a team or two that are going to push.
Surprise you. And it just depends who Boreham would lose player-wise, because the manager's just signed a new 3-year deal, hasn't he? So would that be on the back of promises that the lads might be staying, or no?
They can't keep Abdul Malik.
Not after what he's produced the last few weeks, eh?
If I see that Rochdale right back celebrating again, because if I was a Rochdale right back, even though we went up, I'd still be looking at my performance, me, because he has got rinsed at Wembley.
He did, I know, but look who's marking.
Did you see one of the Bournemouth players on the side of the pitch? See when it goes 2-0? I seen it on Twitter.
Oh no!
Camera goes on to him and they're warming up, and he goes to one of the other boys that's warming up, and he's like,
It's done.
When they go to it. Seen it on Twitter. I was
Do
like,
you know what worried me?
and sorry, he's the one. He goes and hits a pen. He comes on, hits a pen, missed.
Oh, even worse.
Just
karma,
don't do
innit?
anything. Just don't do anything.
Don't get involved, do you?
Yeah.
It's not
Too many
about- not
cameras.
about that anyway.
Well,
Stars,
we used to all get involved, but we never got done. But that Abdul Malik, as soon as he went off, I thought he can stay on. Come on, man, another 10 minutes. Just run the game, because I knew that if they scored in the 83rd or 4th, I thought they would hold on. But when they got it, I went, they'll get another big chance. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? What we talk about, Dylan? Pop, 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 pop.
Long
they needed
ball.
the second one, bang, and
All
caused
the
absolute
actions the last
carnage.
5 minutes,
Isn't it? I know.
Carnage.
Right, football in general. Rochdale, well done.
Yeah.
You've got to say well done. 'Cause
Well, when you look at it, they deserve it done over the course of the season.
right, you two. Hearts. I said Celtic.
Yeah.
You changed a few times.
No, I haven't changed at all.
We'll roll the tapes. You want Celtic, but you think Hearts.
I said Celtic, and then there was a point where I thought, nah, Hearts will do it.
I'm going to say it'll be done by tomorrow. There you go.
Who's playing tomorrow?
Hearts will beat Falkirk and Motherwell will beat Celtic. And it's 4 points. There you go.
Wow.
Where's Celtic playing Motherwell?
Away.
Away.
Who plays the last day of the season?
Celtic Hearts.
At Celtic.
That's the last game.
So Celtic
Some league,
need
like.
Celtic need a draw, I think, tomorrow. If Celtic get a draw tomorrow, it definitely goes to the
To the
last
last
game.
game, yeah.
And then whoever wins that wins it.
I love it.
It's carnage, isn't it?
Where will you be watching that?
Do you know where? Carly. You'll think I'm a Celtic or Rangers supporter. What was it for the Scottish footy? 12 o'clock on a Sunday. I support one of them. Just got a problem. Arsenal, done it.
Done.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That decision, it was a foul.
So take the time though, don't they?
But they've done it all season with the fouls and the blocks and the pulling and that, haven't they? For set plays. The whole season.
The fan base are unbearable.
They are unbearable. And you know what? They pointed out Simon Jordan's funny, he just has Keown's
Keown?
life, doesn't
Oh.
he? He just went, and this is where you let yourself down, Martin. He goes, it's because you put an argument up and you're not allowed to have any other. If you say anything against him, he bites. Like, just take it. Yeah. Other people are allowed. And I even watched it the other day, Jordan and Keown, and just watching Jordan's face.
I could watch them two got it all day. The class, aren't they?
You think they'd peddle Keown because he gets so much hate, but you can't because it's box office, isn't it?
I know.
He can't. I just don't believe anything he says, Keown, because he's like that. Because see, when it's black and white, he still won't call it for what it is.
And that's why
he'll make up an excuse. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, like just call it as it is, and then everything you say after that, we can take like as an honest opinion. But he's just, he's unbearable sometimes, man.
Spurs, well done, James Maddison, mentally getting back after a year. Came on yesterday, but I thought Leeds should have still won it later on. Spurs won't go down now, will they?
They've given themselves a right chance from where they were. 4 points ahead of West Ham, is that right?
Have you seen the other games though? I think they've got Chelsea.
They've got Chelsea. Chelsea are saying now, supporters this morning, they'd rather lose the FA Cup final and put Spurs down. I'm all up for that sort of business, mate. Right? Who am I? Graeme, you can play.
You're on our team.
So when that bell goes,
Graeme will be good at this.
all we need,
Very
when that bell
knowledgeable man.
goes, you just guess, right? So I'm going to read out some facts about a player. You just need to guess who it is.
When he rings the bell.
Right. Let's see.
A couple of dinosaurs getting brought out here, don't they? 1960s
By the way,
player.
he needs to up his game at this.
No.
He has,
He's just dropped himself in it because he said he played champ manager.
well, there you
This
go.
is
Then
where,
she knows,
this is where the
yeah.
knowledge
Names,
comes.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Who am I? Oh, are we allowed to be doing this? We've had some stick, haven't we, for a fella podcast?
Oh, well.
Copied them.
Aye.
With all due respect, lads and lasses, whoever's in it, I've never listened, so I wouldn't know. Anyway, who am I? Born in 1983, this player started his career at Stoke City and made his debut on his 17th birthday against Blackpool in 2001. However, shortly after his debut, he suffered an anterior cruciate ligament injury, which kept him out a year. He returned 10 months later against Sheffield in August 2002 and scored his first goal against Norwich the following week. 61 games and 8 goals later led him to be offered a new contract by Stoke, which he rejected and joined Nottingham Forest on 1st of July 2004. He made his debut coming on for Ian Jess, remember him? Then scored his first goal in the FA Cup. He helped Forest to promotion in 2008 then left for rival Derby County after 150 appearances, 44 goals, and signing a 3-year deal at Derby.
Not a clue.
Good.
Do you know why he's made these questions harder? Because he's losing.
No, honestly,
That's why.
No, honestly, you should get that.
Right, go on then.
So Stoke to Nottingham Forest
To Derby.
to Derby, all leaving on freeze, which was quite thingy at the time. Injury curtailed his career there, but in his last season he scored 13 goals by January, which led to a £300,000 move to Celtic. He went on to win 5 titles, 2 Scottish Cups and 1 Scottish League Cup. He was released by Celtic in May 2017 and retired after 177 games and 82 goals for the Hoops. Do not come at me.
2017, that's not long ago.
Of course it's not
When
long
were you
ago.
there?
I'd left by that point. I'd left 2015.
So what, do you remember give us his clubs?
Stoke,
Oh,
Forest, Derby.
I think I know it. Is it Chris Commons?
Correct.
Yes.
He finally turns up.
Yes,
Hey,
about
Collins.
time.
He came on loan to Hibs for 6 months. You should have said that.
4-3.
Yeah.
Right.
Next one.
Next one. Second and last one.
Come on, Graeme, join in.
Thanks for that one. Yeah, can you get easier?
That was easy, that. Born in Cambridgeshire, this player joined his local club Cambridge United in 2004, where he made 39 appearances, no goals, before a move to Premier League side Everton, turning down Manchester United twice for a fee of £250,000. He was sent straight out on loan to Walsall, Chester City and Stockport for experience. He made his debut for Everton in February 2006, coming in for the injured Ian Turner, before signing for Bristol City on an emergency 1-game loan and playing against Carlisle United in a 3-1 win, which promoted Bristol City. I played. In 2009, he joined Motherwell on a 6-month loan, but such was his form, it was extended to the end of the season. 34 appearances, no goals. In July 2010, our man signed for Paul Lambert's Norwich City for again £250,000. He kept his first clean sheet on the 14th of August.
John Ruddy.
Where did you get? Tell me where you got it.
What?
Tell me where you got it.
About 5 seconds before.
Did you?
He signed for Lambert and Norwich, aye.
Right. He won promotion to the Premier League in 2011 after he played 45 out of 46 games. Great promotion bonus. After 235 appearances for Norwich, he was released and was quickly snapped up by Wolves, where he played 50 times in 5 years. Oh, great third choice keeper role. Before a short drive to Birmingham for 2 years, before heading to Tyneside, Newcastle United, where he still is now. John Ruddy.
I didn't know he was at
Skip.
Motherwell.
Thank you.
Never knew he was at Motherwell. Back in the day.
Good career though.
Right. Graeme, a couple of questions for you. We've done that. Who did you support? Newcastle United. Billy Whitehurst. Was he around at that time? Have you got stories of the hardest man ever in football?
No, I haven't. Like I say, I was just an apprentice when he was sort of there. But later on, he actually owned a pub just outside the ground, Sheffield United.
You'll never
Of
work
course
there.
he did.
So obviously we used to, but no stories because by then he'd retired and stuff like that. And honestly, what a lovely bloke he is.
But just
It must have been once he's on that.
You
pitch.
hear it all the time on
Yeah.
different podcasts.
just puts his foot in on the keeper.
I mean, I was there when. Well, I wasn't actually there, but have you heard the story when the Sheffield United fan asked him to go outside?
Tell it, but I've heard it, yeah.
Apparently, we used to go in this pub in Sheffield. Obviously, Sheffield United were say this side, Sheffield United that side. So we used to drink round this area, and Billy Whitehurst and Vinnie Jones were in apparently. But I think it was just Billy Whitehurst. Sheffield United fans were in. Next thing starts giving them. So this big lad, right, me and you outside. Went outside. 10 seconds later, Billy Whitehurst just walked back in, picked his pint up and started. I just
Lettered them outside.
Class.
Were you around Vinnie Jones then?
Aye, he come as well. Like I say, I was an apprentice at the time. Again, brilliant bloke.
Good player.
He's better than you think.
That's exactly what everyone says.
Aye.
He is
Seen
better
him on
than you
Mean
think.
Machine though. He looked shite.
I know, but you can't be rubbish to play like.
Do you know he's in the cell on Mean Machine? He's got
Aye.
a tennis ball. I was quite impressed. Like he's doing a few keepy ups. He just wanted to leave. Was he? I get the feeling when he went on the pitch, he played to a persona.
Well, that was his game.
was his
wasn't
thing,
it?
wasn't
So
it?
he-
Aye.
and
Known
back,
as a
like you
hard
say,
man,
aye,
and like say back then, he used to fly into tackles, didn't you? And he,
You could do it though, couldn't you? Get a couple away with a
Aye,
couple, whatever
yeah.
they were like.
I tell you, he was a nasty bastard. Carl Bradshaw.
oh aye,
He liked it.
yeah.
Was he a Sheffield lad?
Sheffield lad, but I think he started at Sheffield,
Yeah.
and then, but he like say him, they were brilliant lads. The changing room was absolutely brilliant. Just full
All
of
changing
good-
rooms were back then,
good
weren't
lads.
they?
Aye.
So tell us about Carlisle. How did that move come about to Carlisle? So you're in Plymouth, other end of the world.
I literally, and I get the call because I was just on, like I said, month to month. Got the call that
Who was the manager?
Halpy and Wilksy.
Right.
How did they know you?
I don't know whether I just how it come about, but
Yeah.
Maybe available because you're on month to month sort of
aye,
thing or something like
and
that.
then
Yeah.
obviously I got the call and thought, well, they were offering us like, well, 2.5, 3 years. So I thought, well,
Oh, is that what you got? That's good. That's
Aye.
good. Eh?
so
Was that in a summer or was that like on a halfway through?
no, halfway through.
So that's why the
So,
half came.
aye.
So good security, that.
Well, exactly. So in Plymouth were like, well, I don't know whether I can give you this, that. So in the League, League One at the time.
Who were?
Well, both of them.
Oh, were they both? Aye.
So,
And Knighton was chairman then.
aye,
Did you meet him?
aye. Do you know what? You hardly see him until the cameras and that were there.
Ah,
Once
right.
the
He
cameras
was
were there,
everywhere.
papers,
Aye, aye.
he was there, right in amongst it.
Who were the players in that team then? Any characters?
We had, to be fair, was that like the young lads coming through? Rory, Delap, Matt Jansen, Scott Dobie, Paul Boatine, they were all like
Yeah.
17, 18.
Who was the one?
Yanni.
Like just
Jansen.
Was he Graham? Was
Yeah.
he?
He just.
shame, one that they didn't win
Oh,
stuff.
Aye, he could have. Well, he was that close to England, wasn't he?
Aye, but that
Well,
that
wasn't it?
happened because he
Yeah,
wasn't
Was it
there.
the head injury?
Change.
Aye, aye.
I heard he got Dolly told the story, didn't he? Dolly's dropping, by the way, next week, everyone. But I thought he was in the squad. He got told on the Saturday he was in the squad, and then they decided to take Martin Keown. He's came up a bit today. Keown. On the Monday, Todd Grip wanted an extra defender or something, or Sven wanted an extra defender, and Yanni didn't go, and that's why he was in Italy on
Aye,
a moped, wasn't he?
Abroad to
Had
get
a-
away, aye.
Left-footed, wasn't he?
Aye.
He was class like. Aye,
What
very-
did you see it in Rory, or did people say to me they didn't see the in Rory? Didn't see it.
You knew there was a player in there.
Yeah. Did he
I mean,
run games for Carlisle?
No, he was more like a wing back, full back, but he's just got that. Once he goes, he's away and he's got
Athletic.
that- yeah.
Aye.
Because Derby took him in boats, didn't they?
Aye.
Jim Smith.
I mean, you would have thought you could see a player in there, but you would never have thought. I mean, what he went on to play 400-500
Yeah.
Premier League games, something like that. didn't
That
he?
was the time I was on the bench for Sunderland at Derby, and them two were playing, and that was the first time I thought I should have went lower to go higher,
And
yeah.
played.
Hmm.
Yeah.
because they had 100 games behind them,
Yeah.
didn't they? They had
Aye,
played.
yeah.
And
Like say
Dobbs
they
the same.
Yeah, he was the same. He 100 games by the time he was.
I hope
18,
Dobbs
19.
is at this deal we're going to talk about. I've not seen Dobbs.
The amount of
for
players
ages.
that come through that time was local was phenomenal. Eh?
Yeah.
Muzza,
Muzza, Tony,
Kagi.
was Kagi, where's
Yeah.
Kagi from? Is he out west?
Yeah. out west,
Yeah, yeah, there's another
Keagy,
one.
Jeff Thorpe.
Thorpe, yeah.
I was.
You don't get that, do you? No, don't get nowhere near that now, do you?
Tell us the Jimmy Glass season. What you took the corner, obviously, and it was all because of the corner. But was that season where you was down and out?
Do you know we were down there, but literally
Nigel Pearson,
he
good
aye,
manager.
Yeah,
or-
aye, good bloke. Like
yeah.
just proper old school, honest.
Did he ever panic him? He didn't
Nah.
look like he panicked.
Nah.
More to the point, did he look arse?
I know,
It was kind of on that. If it happens, it happens. Like, I've had a great career. I've got a bit wedged. It kind of looked like he was just loving life.
He used to join in training and that.
Aye.
He was one of them. But again, just come Saturday, he'd have you like he'd have you know if you.
That
he
would-
wouldn't
Do
just
you know
say-
the injury time for the corner? Is that because of Tony's broke someone's leg.
That was my mate, Paul
that's right,
Gibbs.
aye.
My mate.
Because how much injury time? Because who was the team that was thinking they were staying up? Was it Scarborough?
Scarborough.
Because they were, and
They
then
were celebrating.
They were
aye.
looked
celebrating.
right,
But
though,
I,
and all that were.
Paul Gibbs, Tony, I don't know if it was a doing.
No, it wasn't. It was just one of them. He's got to clear up the lane. Tony's
Yeah.
come flying in.
But that Ian McCall absolutely ran it, didn't he? The old bloke.
Steve McCall.
Steve McCall took his cell off or something.
Aye.
He's
He's like, I think he was something like 38 at the time.
Still good though, wasn't it?
And then there was me, Prokey and Tony in midfield. We're thinking,
We'll have him,
sorting
aye.
up. Next thing,
Everyone was-
you get him.
How old were you then?
22, 23.
So it must have been hard for you, Prokey and Hopper, that pressure, like. Because you were local, or was it because you were that young you were?
I was all right. I think, well, the other story is Tony, Pearson got win at 12 o'clock that day, that Saturday. Obviously, normally in at 1:30 or something.
Yeah.
So we'd done the set pieces on the pitch and we named the team, done the set pieces, come in, and it was about 1:45. And he went, right, lads, he says, all I want you to do now is back here for 20-3. He says, if you want to go home, go home. If you want to stay here, do whatever you want. But I need you back here 20-3 and your mind's right. And we're like, and he
Never
went
heard
like
that before.
and he went like that. Bottle of brandy, bottle of whiskey on the medical bed in the middle, and walked out. And we're like, just sat there. Everyone's like, what do we do here? And it was Tony who went, well, I'm shitting myself. So he had nerves.
Shit.
But I
Fair play.
there was only, to be fair, I think somebody else, but I don't know who. Two of them were the only ones who had a drink. Nobody else did. Like,
We as a young team then.
aye, like you say it. Brightwell with David Brightwell.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
the captain.
yeah.
He was like
Ex-City.
late 20s. Ian Stevens. He was.
Yeah.
So I quite still early 20s. All that.
You know what? I think that's genius, mate.
Yeah.
I said to you, didn't I, last week,
Different,
what's it like waiting around a bloody dressing room? When we won the playoffs with Carlisle, we were late. We only had time to get our stuff on and go out.
Perfect.
Straight out.
It's mad, isn't it? Because it's probably broke the ice a wee bit for the lads. Do you know what I mean? Everybody probably feeling it, and
Aye.
now there's an atmosphere, and him just being like,
Because there's normally a run of the mill way to do
"Ah,
things.
it's all right. There you go, lads. Relax." Do you know what I mean? Like,
Aye.
What if the whiskey takes you the other way?
think you're gazzing at that last step over.
Doing strikes in the box.
I've
What are you
never-
doing? I'm not asked. So, obviously, Jimmy's give it the big in for all them years.
He's done all right out of it, hasn't he?
Hasn't he? Jesus.
Aye.
Was he a good keeper?
No,
Was he not?
he scored more goals than saves.
Class.
Vinnie, I's been in folklore, but that goal, it was St. Jimmy's Day the other day, so you got your corner on.
I
I think he should score anyway, shouldn't he?
Does. Well,
Who's the lad who, when he scores, he's jumping up and down?
Prokey.
Oh, is it
That's
Prokey, is
Prokey.
it?
With the,
Aye.
And then the ref gets done.
Of-
Someone taught us who. Of Deane.
Deane Lumsdon's
Aye,
brother,
aye,
yeah, Paul.
aye,
Aye.
aye.
What was that night like? A
Good.
day, 3.
Where did you go after it?
He wouldn't have liked you celebrating
See,
mine.
we spoke about this didn't we, last week, thinking teams just staying up, like fucking like buzzing, but settle down. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose like things like that
the
changes
keeper,
the whole
it's different,
direction.
aye.
Do you know what I
I know.
agree? If we had won 5-0, we would have been
Chill,
do you know
aye.
what?
Relief.
Aye. But the
Just
way it
like-
happened,
Oh, it was mental.
keep on all that, we're out, aren't we?
And then Pearson left.
Well, Knighton didn't just give him a contract.
So
Yeah.
go back to where did you go after it? Can you remember? Track it on.
I wish I was round for this bus. Actually, I'm glad I wasn't.
it was class.
For sake. I got myself out of town after every game. Good.
Do you know what?
Got a good name round here for it.
And in fact, Jimmy
In his
was
gear.
gonna go home because he only played 3 games, and he was like, right, that was it, done. And we're like, you can't go home, so he come out.
In his keeper gear.
And he always said, he says he was like still hyper, and there was a few lads still. And me and Tony were like, we're all right.
Get as many done as you can.
It was just, everyone was just, the fans were out, everyone was out. It's
Carnage.
just,
Amazing, man.
all weekend.
Do you think only football can do that? Yeah. Like, I know sport, but like you see, like obviously stories from how many years ago? Do you know what I mean? What that done to people, and they remember exactly where they were, what they done, who they were with at certain moments.
Yeah.
You don't
Do you
forget,
know
do
what I
you?
mean?
We had, so I used to live on Kingfisher Park. So just by myself at the time. So two of my mates come over, watched the game, went back to Newcastle. And they were sitting in a pub in Newcastle and they went, I bet it's class in Carlisle United. So they got a taxi back over. Because they thought it's going to be class in Carlisle.
After parties.
So anyway, next thing we're in this nightclub. So me, Tony, my two mates go back to my house. So Sunday morning, knock on my door about 8:30, 9 o'clock. We're like, so Graeme, someone's at your door. Goes downstairs, nobody about, but a bottle of champagne on me step. Goes back upstairs. Who was it? I said, I don't know. Must be maybe he's one of the neighbours, but left a bottle of champagne. So gets into bed. He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "What?" He went, "Well, you're not going to open it." So the next thing, Sunday morning, four glasses of champagne.
Aye, class.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's class, man.
When we got promoted, we came over Carlisle. I went back 4 o'clock in the morning, got mine about 6, had about 2 hour kip, got my stuff on, came back across, and Dolly took us to the Joiners Ukrainian club and that.
The Ukrainian
it's
club,
quality.
Jesus.
So, how did Carlisle end then? What happened? Why leave Carlisle?
Martin Wilkinson happened.
So he hasn't got a great name, has he?
No, he doesn't know.
Who was he?
A nobody.
What was his
I
credentials?
still don't know who the eye.
I've never.
He was chief scout, and because Knighton didn't offer Pearson the job,
Yeah.
I think he was sort of a mate, so he just gave him the job.
Is this when Knighton had checked out? Was he like?
And he ended up with a job, and he was just useless.
So was that the next season?
Yeah,
Yeah. So did you not play it all the next season, or did you play a bit?
in and out. Yeah,
Aye.
I kept in and out, but it was one of them. You know, when you go and see a manager, why am I not playing?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep you for this game or that game, and I've got to do this.
Coward's way out.
So I think, all right, then you'd wait a week.
He's not Alex Ferguson. He's Nicky Butt.
So-
Well, I've got you for 3 weeks down the line. Okay.
And then I would play a couple of games, whatever, and then I knew I'd be out soon. I got man of the match one week, and I was on the bench the next. And you're like,
That's
one
all
of them.
Star, you know then.
And
don't
you know,
Right
I feel like, see, when you're even playing, you feel it in your own performance. Do you know what I mean? You know that I've got 45 minutes or a couple of bad passes, or you end up playing in yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because you know, any excuse, I'm out of the team for a week or two.
Always take the kick off and pass it back. Tick. First pass.
Aye.
Tick.
You're in the game then, aren't you?
Confidence. So off to where? Barrow. And what level were Barrow?
Barrow Conference North
Right, aye.
or whatever. Yeah,
Did you and Holt were at Barrow together, weren't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
Grant Holt.
So could you see in him then he was going to go higher or not?
yeah.
Yeah.
But again, probably I wouldn't have said he was going to play Premier League.
Yeah.
But definitely League.
He was
Why?
definitely going to
Just
move up.
because of
Just the runs he's made.
Aye.
He was only like, I think he was only 18, 19 when he first come.
Should have been
And
like
you
that
seen
one.
him, aye,
He's-
but he was thin then, fast, thin.
yeah.
Scored a hell of a lot of goals. And again, playing against big old centre halves in non-league, he was like shoving them off and he'd get smashed.
He was an old school number 9, wasn't he?
Aye, but he'd get up, bounce up, and even give them.
Aye, he's always with the fans and that.
Aye,
Aye,
so
we had him. I had him at Hibs for 6 months. Brilliant, Holy.
aye.
Brilliant. So he was. They love him up there.
How did you find it? Was it more easier or was it harder? Did you have to be fit?
No, to be fair, it took me probably 6 months to get used to the
Like that
non-league
football.
sort of. Aye.
Was it a loan move, Graham, or did you go permanent?
No, permanent.
So,
Yeah.
so is that when you started working? Or
Aye.
not? Yeah.
But we didn't train it. We first went to Barrow.
Did you not?
Because we used to have, it was me and Holty from Carlisle. There was a couple of lads from Doncaster area, and a car used to come over from Middlesbrough. So we just used to say, right, you train by yourself, you train there. And we just used to turn up for games.
Ah,
Because we had a good side. Well,
And you will have trained on your own, eh?
I did, yeah.
Run to the pub and back.
But we had a good side. We were winning games, and
Yeah.
so it
Helps when you win, doesn't it?
Aye, the was there.
Who was the manager there then?
Kenny Lowe,
Aye, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Geordie.
yeah,
Aye.
yeah, Kenny Lowe, yeah, he was.
And then with Tommy Cassidy at Workington.
Aye,
Tommy?
yeah.
Tell
Aye.
him
Bless him.
the story. Was it Cheltenham week? You call it like this.
So on the well, I like Cheltenham week. So this will play. So we're due to play. We're due to train on the Tuesday Cheltenham week, and then we're going away on the Friday night. It was an overnight. Stayed down at Kettering,
Right.
So we're going on the Friday. So the Saturday before, we're playing at home. And you know when I used to take the free kicks, but you know when they just run out, the defence just run out.
Yeah.
So they've done this. This is on the Saturday, so I'm putting it in, running out offside. So last minute, way that draw and are getting beat. I've got a free kick, and Tommy's going, put in the box. And I could see the centre halves were like running out
Ready to
again.
go,
So
yeah.
I've pulled righty in. I says, yeah, we'll take a short because they're just going to run out. So took a short and ended up going in the box, got cleared. And he was coming after the game, hammered me for not putting it in. So I'm arguing back saying, the runner, have you not? So it got to the stage where I stood up, he stood up. I mean, he's 70-odd year old.
That's why you fancy your chances.
Still pulled somebody in front of us. So anyway, after that, I had to go and see him after the game. By the way, I won't be at training Tuesday. Why not? Cheltenham week, blah, blah. But I'll be all right. So anyway, he never used to travel on the bus. So he gets on the bus on the Friday, goes down, gets in the hotel about 11 o'clock that night. Tommy Cassidy ringing us. Hello, what you doing? I'll just in the hotel. You're not in the squad.
Oh, Friday. Was that Gold Cup?
Aye.
All the way
So I
there
says,
as well.
you what? After last week, I said, well, you never told us. Blah, blah. So I'm arguing again on the phone. Anyway, as it happened, we allowed 5 subs in. They only had 3 subs. So I thought, oh, at least I'll be on the bench. I might get on. Turns up, he names the teams, names the subs. I'm still not sub.
You couldn't fill the bench.
I couldn't even get
2 spare tops hanging up. Oh, that's class.
And is that it?
Tegsy loves it. Tegsy obviously kills it.
And what was that? What did you finish at Workington?
No, I went to Plymouth for a bit.
Oh, did you?
Aye.
What age did you play to?
About 35.
Did you?
Yeah.
I couldn't get past 30, me.
What was it, your knees?
I will say it's me back, but I got one of the
Back, knees,
got the
ankles.
Jordan Jones payout, didn't I? Aye. So what was the best player you ever played against?
Probably Jan Mulby.
Oh, yes.
Going back to what I said before about,
That's not a lot of running between 2
Well,
players, that is it?
I was, again, 18. It was a reserve game at Anfield, and he's playing. He could just come back from injury. So I'm thinking, he's not going to beat Boyd.
Yeah. And all he's going to do is pass it.
Yeah,
not gonna run
he's
you.
not going to run me.
Make sure he
blah,
doesn't
blah.
get injured.
Aye.
Come out for half time, I'm like, and the manager's going, I told you to get near him. I'm like, he hasn't moved. and I can't get near him. And it's the first time I thought, there's something in that, not moving.
It is, aye. Fucking right,
He
you
was
don't learn it
some
till
player,
they are.
wasn't he?
Brilliant.
Yeah, Morby, he was class. He was class. Best ground?
Probably Anfield.
Aye. Biggest game you've ever played in? Where you thought, well,
Do you know what I have to say to Jimmy Glass with everything on it?
The way it gone and the way it ended.
how did you feel before your debut for Sheffield, your first ever one? I was ill, me. And on the walk, Wolves away, 18. You've had your pre-match, but you've not even had it. You're like,
Well,
boys are talking to you in that as well, innit? Just enjoy it in that. Like, it makes it worse, doesn't it? You're like, thinking
love me
about-
while you're white. Green.
I was sub, putting on your warming up, and you're thinking, I probably might not get on here. And then you get the shout, Graeme. You're like,
Who was it against?
we go.
Remember?
Crystal Palace at Sellers
Sellers Park.
aye.
Oh, not a great for not for a ball player.
That's a tough thing, that, isn't it?
Second night we're actually 1-0 up. and I'm thinking, oh no, you make a mistake or something like that. But we're seeing it out anyway, so it was all right.
Oh, quality. For people who don't know, you used to run. You do run B&B, but you had a lot of over the years. You've had the Carlisle United apprentices there, haven't you?
Yeah.
So
aye.
you had the Kyle Dempseys, people like that. You've had
Gary Medine.
Gary Medine, oh God, Gary Medine. He'll be coming on soon, Gaz. But it's just so you've seen the ups and downs, haven't you? You've seen. They ever come to you for a bit of advice?
They used to, back in the day, as the later on, no, but the first few years they did. They got some good lads through, and again, they wanted to be players. The last few years, they were more interested in appearance and.
Could you see the change in?
Oh, aye.
You could probably see the Gaz Medine coming looking like a bag of shit every day and knocking his pan in, and then the next lot kind of
Yeah.
Footballers
In the
before
door now.
footballers, aren't they?
They've got
Well-
little fancy wash bags.
What was that,
Yeah, I like
Skip?
that, right.
What was that?
Footballers before the footballers, aren't they? I got one.
Like that one. You might go to the top, you.
Cheers, mate.
You've redeemed yourself last night. Aye. Well, I wanted to bring this one back up off last week, and I think Graham's got good insight to it as well. So remember, the sports agent posted this.
Yes.
We'll go over it again. I seen this week that a 12-year-old kid going viral after being released by Liverpool, and it shows me that the academy system is broken. I think that academies should start under 12s, 13s with only a couple of training sessions until they're about 14, not every night. The sacrifices made by these kids and their families, investing time, taking time off work, taking their kids to training, matches, travelling, money on boots, and only hopefully that that son becomes a footballer at 16. Then they receive the news you're not good enough. Thanks, go back to being a kid with your mates who you've hardly seen over the years. I know everyone develops differently, but at 14, I got off at a pro at 15 and then got picked for England 16, 17, 18s. Because I had been in academy set up for years, I was a different player to most my age when I joined. And a bit like Wayne Rooney, we had developed differently and the coaches liked that better. I was lucky enough to play with him. He was coming through now. And if he was in academy now, Wayne Rooney, he would get all that instinctiveness coached out of him. What do you think?
Yeah, I think like Rooney coming through, he was like you say, if he was now, he'd get the life sort of sucked out of him, wouldn't he? And he'd be turned into like just a not run of the mill.
He inside forward, isn't it?
Aye, and he wouldn't have do some of the things that he's done. And that's what I find now. I think they're all very cautious to be very much the same. Do you know what I mean? Instead of having just a bit of be individuals and a bit.
I tell you what I think's quite individual. Declan Rice.
Yeah.
He can tackle, he can get around the pitch, he can pass, he can score goals. And he's not like that diminutive little number 10 and things like that.
I'm not sure.
He doesn't like
I'm
Rice.
not sure. I think he's a really, really good player, but
He doesn't seem an academy one to me, though.
he just
you know?
he'll just pass it. Do you know what I mean? When I don't see him taking any risks at all. Like now, try to find a pass.
Tell you
But
who
maybe
takes
that's no game.
risks.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe his game's just been
Tell you
a
bloody
big...
took risks. Them Boreham Wood players, they pass through the lines every time. Even the Rochdale players did as well. Good to see. Gazmadine was one. I told the lads that he came in a year late. And I said to Neil MacDonald, why? Because you've got a couple of tall lads. He went, nah, he's completely different. He's thrown his arms up. He's strong. You need to work on his touch. Kev Kyle at Sunderland, the same. So they bypassed the academy lads. So what's the point in academy when the manager's looking for something different?
It's keeping that streetwise kind of...
Right.
It's going out again a bit, innit? You talk about Wayne Rooney and that's running about with his mates. Do you know what I mean? Playing in the street. Now you don't see it. And again, you go straight in the academy, they all get coached to death about systems and passing the ball, and there's no gazzers, there's no... Maybe your Phil Foldens, and that's probably the last. Now, like street soccer.
They should be allowed to play, if they play for the academy on a Sunday, up to 16. Let's see, I see like the under 11s, 12s are all getting 2-year contracts. They should be allowed to play for the school or boys club grassroots on a Saturday, I think. Because then that's different.
When I started for Newcastle, I was allowed. When I was 14, the first year, I only played home games for the schoolboys, and I played for the Catholic club on away games.
I was allowed to play all the way through till 16.
Till 16, aye. But like you go back to players like that, my age was Joe Cole, and he was like a maverick, wasn't he? He just done what he wanted, but he used to like beat 5 men at a time, do mad skills and all that. You just don't see it ever anymore.
I think I think a couple of training sessions a week, play for your school or play for your boys club on a Saturday.
That's where the fun is, isn't it? See,
Yeah,
you go to school with your mates all
and
week.
then you can do different things.
Yeah.
It's too full on.
Well, you can try things with your mates, don't you? Try a little.
Aye.
If you're doing it, getting coached, like you say, probably half the time they'll coach it out to you.
Just tell you pass it
Yeah.
instead of doing...
Can I just say, right, and this is, playing against him in like 5 or 6 aside, it's the worst. It's just because you can't get near him. Like, you're going about not running. Football brain-wise, amazing. But then you think, where's he? And he's gone.
Just a yard.
Just
up there.
aye,
The
like,
Jan Mulby effect.
and they're the ones.
Learn off the
I'd
best.
much rather play against someone who just runs box to box, or well, not box to box, but
Just pass them on.
pass him on, get rid of him.
So going on from the academy, going on to youth team coach stories. So I put something out to my ex-Sunderland mates the other day about youth team coaches, and a few stories were popping off, and honestly, it's got me just absolutely laughing my head off. So I don't know if your team coach was who?
Alan Irvine.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Rick Sabrasia.
Scary.
Harsh. Who was you?
Keith Mincher.
Keith Mincher. He came into balls. He's a bloody psychologist.
Aye.
Duck egg.
He come to Carlisle for a week.
Aye. Is that what they keep saying? The disappearing? Or where is he or something? What, was he harsh or was he a thinker then?
He could be harsh, but not like over the top
Some
harsh.
touch.
Aye.
I remember
Psychologist.
You know when they've done the jobs, you would have had this. You've done the jobs, you finished, haven't you? Waiting to get off, and the coach come down
Aye.
and like see if there's dust and all that, and you're waiting to get off, and you're just like, and whoever let the lads down, the rest of them would just be absolutely killing them. Aye. I remember, so Rick Sabrasia, he ended up managing Sunderland in the Premier League. So he was our youth team coach, Scottish Italian he was.
I'm sure he worked with Scotland, the FA and that, didn't he?
Unreal.
Youth teams, aye.
Unreal, but
Good at it.
in 1996, lunatic. Like,
Was he?
lunatic. But again, made all of us like character building
Proper,
a
yeah.
lot. But like, say, you get mentioned a lot, Mark Maley, but say Mark Maley's here and the coach is here and Elliot Dickman's the other centre half there, accessory. He'd go, Elliot. Go, yeah, you go, tell Mark Maley is a fucking liability. There's a little guy. Mills, you're a liability. You go, cheers, Elliot. Cheers, Rick. But so talking about Kev Kyle, we got through. So Kev Kyle came. He was doing well under Peter Reid and that, but Rick always brought you back down to earth. So big centre forward, and just everything was bouncing off him one game in the reserves, and we're like, fucking hell, Kev. Like one of the lads just said, Kev, like just try and hold it up. Rick Sabrasia went, hold it up. He couldn't hold up a good hard on. Kev Kyle said, I've just drove from Stranraer to play in this game. But Alan Irvine, Chopra.
Aye, youth cup game we played. I'm sure at Sunderland, St James's, and obviously it was a night kickoff, like Tuesday, Wednesday night, and Chopra's bowled in. He was the boy,
Michael
wasn't he?
Chopra's
He was
the-
like, when
the-
so he was 2 years younger than me.
He
but
had contract after contract.
and he
didn't
was like gonna play for England and be the next Alan Shearer and all this. Well, he's walked in with shopping bags. Remember Cruz?
Yeah.
So I was looking, thinking, can't have been shopping before. Obviously, he's supposed to be at home or the back or wherever your digs are, resting and stuff. He's like, what's that, chops? I've just been shopping. Have you? Give us a look. I look in and went, very nice. Get yourself away. You're not playing tonight, son. Sent him on his way. Honestly, I said, hammered him though. I said, what do you think you're doing?
Yeah.
Walking around the town.
Think you are something.
Thinking you're this, that, and the other when we've got the biggest game of your career and all that. And honestly, sent him home. That was him on his way.
Adidas had him with his name on it. Like at 15, they'd put his name on his boots and that. It's just like
He was some player, man.
was he finisher, and then he got his moves.
Even
didn't he?
even at our age.
What age was he then when he was buying the cruise
Well,
stuff?
I'd have been 17, so he'd have been like 15 or.
It's England played in there. You know that tournament they used to have on Sky, the Victory Shield. And
Yeah,
that?
I played in that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I played in that.
Who was your year then?
What,
Did you
England?
win it?
No,
England
no,
win it.
England had like
Yeah.
Conor Wickham, Ross Barkley, Raheem Sterling, and all that like top. John Stones, I think, like top players. Like most of them played in the national team, the first team. So did they? Yeah.
I remember that.
I used to love watching that.
Oh, that was
Michael Owen
it.
scored one of the best goals I've ever
Ever.
seen in that. in
Rooney
St.
scored
James's.
like a hat trick, I think, as well against Scotland. I think
Every game.
when he was like 9.
Do you remember my mate Stu Nick, who got caught on the dog walk?
Yeah.
Ex-West Brom. He went, when I was in digs at West Brom, doing keepy-ups with an orange, long story short, I had the Henry the Hoover out, vacuumed the landlady's mother's ashes up, and gluing her china back together. What did you say? Some people used to come and knock, and so Skip didn't go out, and some of the older lads used to come back and need to use his double bed after a night out, didn't it? The hotel.
The lads used to
He
share.
wouldn't know he wanted to get home.
No, lads used to share rooms, right? For some reason, I got put in on my own. I had a double bed, so if I wasn't out and you could hear the stair coming up the stairs, next thing, I've got a double bed. Can hear the girl's voice, so I'll be like, "Fuck off! I'm trying to sleep." And he just little Irish kid, he wouldn't leave it, let us in, and he knocked and knocked and knocked. I was like, went to the door, stood there with a lass. I'm down the corridor sharing with his roommate, and he's in my room doing what he's doing. And that happened quite regularly, to be honest.
Talking about that Rick Sabrasia with a right winger called Dominic Rice, just a lovely lad from Sunderland, just playing right wing. He's struggling first half. And Rick Sabrasia just walked down, bent towards him, and just went, "Oh, what's the matter? Left back too good for you? Do you want us to go and get your mum?" Kid's like, no. He's like, oh, what's the matter? Just absolute cruelty. Like.
Patronised.
This one. So I've got one in from Mark Convery, about Rick Sabrasia. This is a good one. All right, Lummy. We were late for training one day. Me, George McCartney. George McCartney went for West 5 million, 5 million, 5 million. Me, George McCartney, Maley and Greg Shannon. Ricky was waiting at the gates for us. We jumped out the taxi. Get in my office now. Starts having a go at us. And this was the time we weren't allowed mobile phones. In the middle of him asking us who the fuck we think we are, Maley's pocket starts ringing. Fucking hilarious. He told us to get out his sight and Maley to stay in his office. To top it off, Maley had his collar up because he had a love bite.
Love bite. Remember love bites?
So Kevin Ball, ex-Sunderland captain, he wanted you to do it right, didn't he? He was old school. Didn't like the young lads getting above themselves. So one time, there's this white new BM, outside, class. Kevin Balls came in, went, fucking hell, whose is the new white BM? Lovely model. I was looking at it myself. Someone went, Maley's. Maley's walked in, swinging his keys. Boys are, you fucking big time bastard.
How old is Maley?
Maybe 17.
Wow.
Really had to get some. So we all got a driving instructor from Sunderland, and it was funny. Maley was doing his driving, learning how to drive in this car.
Brand new car.
And he's like that, reverse around the corner. He's putting his arm over there and going, watch your back there, Joe. Just reversing in. Talking about phones. Steve Hayward, away at Walsall. We had just got beaten a relegation, nearly decider. Barnsley at Walsall. Steve had done his cruciate, so he was just coming back, but Steve wasn't in the squad. Steve Parkins laying into her. That ringtone. Steve's gone. Runs to the toilet, it won't go off. He said he was on the verge of just throwing, he's trying to pull the battery out. He's just on the verge of throwing it down.
But he was a Nokia,
and
man.
He's going mad.
Hit it
And
with a hammer.
Parker just stopped till it stopped. And I was thinking it's going to stop any minute.
And he kept going.
He said he had his hands were so sweaty, he was jumping out and all that. Ever had one of them, your phone going off?
Nah.
Never.
Jimmy Glenn was telling us that Loire put a dog barking on his phone as a ringtone once, and Bobby Robson was going, fucking under the table.
No, the while, right? He was that clueless, right? So he come from Colchester and he got put in a big fancy apartment, but he didn't know how to live on his own or anything. And they ended up getting, the bailiffs?
Yeah.
Ended up kicking him out, because just nothing got paid. You get letters
Just
and all
buying
that,
letters
and he was
and
like, I don't know what
Imagine
that
that now. You just get everything done.
Everything
don't you?
done for
And
you,
that's the
aye.
problem when you finish, you kind of do now.
I know.
Can't pay a bill.
means. I know.
Aye. Wouldn't have minded that though.
I know. I mean, bad.
Clown watch. You lot. I don't need crisps and chocolate discussions at 11 o'clock at night. Chocolate bars and that
Who's this?
on our group chat.
I'm asleep by then, so you can't.
See, I'm more worried about, you said chocolate, kind of room temperature chocolate, and I was nearly sick.
Double decker, room
Surely
temperature.
your chocolate's got to be in the fridge, no?
Graham?
Fridge.
It's got to be in the fridge.
Not with a double decker, because then the
Any
marshmallow or whatever's in or the nugget goes too hard.
Well, you let it defrost for 5-10 minutes before you get in it.
Defrost. I want my chocolate bar there now. Done.
No, that's madness to me. Madness.
Remember Spyras? They were decent.
What about crisps? What's your favourite crisp?
Cheese and onion discos.
It's not bad.
Pickled onion monster.
You ever got in for a night out, right? After the drink, how many bags of crisps could you do? You could easily do 20. You look at the bottom of your bed after Sunday morning, you go, oh no.
Crumbs everywhere.
14 pack of discos.
Never drinking again. Oh, what time am I at the Cali? Quavers, easy.
Have you tried the
Skip
Co-op
square.
ones? The Co-op salt and vinegar?
Are you wrong about these?
Best
aren't
ever. Proper tongue will be white after it, burnt. Amazing.
Did they give you a sweat on?
A proper sweat.
Nah, I'm out.
you? Aye, no.
Honestly,
I'm out.
top.
Pickled onion Monster Munch getting some, but nah, not for me.
No.
Beef, maybe.
Too messy, I think.
We've got a peeve and an ick in. Can I add a major ick as the Arsenal song, North London Forever? Jesus, it's the most cringy, annoying thing ever. I don't mind teams having songs, but to try and create an anthem that you never had is just embarrassing. That's from Grant Davison. So not only Arsenal now trying to create an anthem.
That's top, to be fair. That song's
What's the best one? Thingy of Hibs. What's the Heath?
Sunshine and Leaf.
Oh,
It's a belt of that, innit?
yeah, class.
It's unreal to watch after they've won a game, man. They're
Oh,
all
see
just
them all in the
amazing,
stand,
man.
aye.
Walk On was good at the weekend. The Celtic Rangers game.
Ah,
Walk On was good. Really good.
They all sing Simply the Best now up there as well. No,
Aye,
don't they?
they've kind of
Took it.
they've took over, and then I think Rangers have started. Well, the last game, I think because they used to just play it as they were walking out, and Celtic fans used to sing it, and now they've added the full version because the full version involves all the sectarian words that they sing, so it's almost tit for tat. But
Right, I've got a nick. He's not going to like it. James Phillips, BBC radio commentator, shared a car with him for 13 years, shared a job with him. When he took a drink, after every sip. So James, I know you listen. Cut it out. Hunts won't be having it in the car.
I asked my missus before, I said, have you got any icks for me? Jesus, I should never asked her.
List.
The way you slurp,
save them for the week.
the way you slurp your tea,
Right?
the way you crunch your food, chew your food. She said, but the worst one is when you go in Sophia's snack cupboard. She said, I'll go and try and get her something out, and there's none left. And I deny it. It wasn't me.
Hey, you know how Laura stitched me up last week about my ick with a hot dog? Well, right back at you. Brushing her teeth, right? Spit it down the hole.
Aye.
Not spit the toothpaste on the basin, so it has to be wiped. Just put it down, like, lean over the hole, down. That's a peeve.
That's what the tap's for, just to swill it down.
It's right at the top. Water doesn't even come round that base. It's meant to be a football podcast. Isn't it? Anyway, we're on to What's the Crack. And we've got a bit of a serious one here from Mark Whitfield. Loving the podcast. The mix of CUFC, football and general banter is brilliant. I was just wondering if any of your lads had some inside perspective of the state of the club off the field when we got promoted to League One in 2023. Every time Tom Piatek makes a statement, like the other day, it is met with general criticism and how the owners have failed the club. To me, Simo's success in 2023 papered over massive cracks off the field after the years of gradual decline and then with the sad passing of Andrew Jenkins. I personally think we would have been in serious financial trouble if they had not came in, as we would have still been chained to the £2 million debt to pure pay. What is your opinion on this? Would CUFC be in any better position without the Piatek investment, or could we potentially be in a worse position? Keep up the great work. So someone would always have took Carlisle United over. It wouldn't have died, after Andrew Jenkins and the board, and there was 2 million debt. So there were interested groups, but the messages, at least two of them got from Nigel Clibbins, what the Piateks were preferred, and that's the road they were going down. 2 million plus in debt. Andrew Jenkins, quite rightly in my eyes, stopped personally putting money in to keep the club afloat. Philip Day originally came in as an ally to the board, then that relationship soured and it looked like his debt would actually kill the club. So thankfully the family came in, cleared or reduced the debt. I agree, Simo worked miracles to get us up and it was too early to go to League One. But if the family were in 6 months before, we would have more of a chance with a bigger budget, I feel, and sign better players. And finally, with the family now would be in a worse position. I think if the family had done what they are doing now, asking the right people for advice, not relying on who they did go to, I think we would be in a better...
It's hindsight, though, isn't it?
Hindsight. I don't think we would have been relegated. Well, I think League One would have been hard, but I definitely don't think we would have been relegated the second time. Williamson was a shambles. Then they give Simo a transfer window, then sacked him. Then to do it again with Mike Williamson when it was apparent he wasn't the man was a blow. So off the field, facilities, the ground, we've all said are great, but on the pitch, a bit of a disaster. But next season, I can't see anything but promotion as the standard of the league and the resources we have, and still the players we have, Linney, Armstrong, Kelly and Feeney, I think they'll get what they deserve with their commitment to the club. I think
And
we'll get a
the
promotion.
two teams that have gone up, they're out the way, aren't they?
Yeah.
York and Rochdale.
So, glad they came in.
Yeah, I think all round, I think it's been good for the club. As you said, a lot of the off-field stuff, it's been great. Like, they're operating well above the leagues, do you know what I mean, with the hospitality and...
It's like Premier League, that.
Yeah, like the changing rooms and everything else. It's just, they're not really in charge of what happens on the pitch, I suppose. Do you know what I mean, to an extent, like, they put people in place to
Sort
and they're
out.
putting their money where their mouth is as well. They're not skipping the scathing. So, but they've always put people in place and then they've removed people that they think they're not doing.
I think it's took. I think it's took their time to suss out who,
because they were
need to
getting
go.
advice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
where to put the money, and
Yeah.
I do think if they were in 6 months earlier with Simo, I think Simo would have been good for them, good for the club, but kind of get caught in maybe
Yeah.
the wrong time and
Had all this money to spend in it, one-winded in you, innit? And
kind of
people don't-
no panic, but kind of thought, well, we need to do something to get it going. Do you know what I mean, to keep us up? And
Was there a plan for Simo to go upstairs at one point? Like,
Yeah, I think that was the original plan. Literally after the end of the League One when they got promoted.
do you think that would have been a good move then?
Yeah.
Simo
And then
I know again, it's hindsight,
definitely
but-
when they came down to League Two, that was when it was meant to happen.
Yeah.
The family asked them to carry on, and then obviously the bullet happened, which was a bit of a
which
shock.
was-
But I
yeah.
think, I think that would have been a good move.
Yeah, definitely.
he's a good football guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's got Carlisle at heart as well.
Well, that's the
and-
thing. Yeah, he hasn't half, hasn't he?
do you know what
I think
mean?
he gets a bit of stick for not spending the money, but I can see both sides. If the money's there to be spent, spend it. But also, you don't want to be ripping off
But he knows how
what.
careless you can be.
Yeah.
With agents and promising you the world, and then you end up with boys on 3-year contracts on crazy money.
Getting paid off.
Getting massive.
No, not just
payouts.
that, but like there's loads of players. Do you know what I mean, that you would say that the money could have been spent a bit better. Do you know what I mean? And he was very, he'd done his homework. Do you know what I mean, on players? He wanted to know the background, the characters, and not just an agent telling you how many goals and assists he's got. Do you know what I mean? He looked into the person and then see if it fits the club.
Yeah. Graham?
I think like definitely off the field. You go down now and it's a good day, innit?
Aye.
It's a good place, good place to be, isn't it?
Yeah. Families down there, take your kids, all that. Yeah, off the field, you can't knock them really
No.
for that. Like you said, it's not their fault. They've put people in place to get these players in, and they're not.
Not producing, are they?
Aye.
Yeah, I think, they probably put the faith in a few people at the start, which you have to, don't you?
Yeah.
But slowly but surely they
Did
get
they not
there.
lean on Fred's story at all? No. Did they not wanna, or did
I
they
don't
not?
know. I don't know. I
That
think
would've been a
by
bad
all
idea.
accounts, Nigel Clibbins ran it for a while. Then they've got Mark Tierney in. I think Paul Hart's knocking about. Not sure how much input that's in, but you learn as you go along, don't you? And unfortunately, I think the League One relegation to League Two is fine. Not fine, but
But you need to stay in League Two, don't you?
but the League Two,
Yeah, that's
That was
the
the
killer,
one
isn't
when I
it?
went straight down there. Aye.
and next year got hopefully the family get the promotion.
Hmm.
Anyway, thank you for that, Mark. Great one. So let's finish on a little bit of fun. Love the pods, lads. Need names. Worst dressed player you've shared a dressing room with, and what was their gear? Well, I'm going to go for Nell Quinn, the
Straight in
Mexican, because he wore a long jumper which looked like a pancho, and sometimes wore a cowboy boot as well. So we had a bit of both going on.
Mine was Stevie Colwell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just bizarre what he used to wear, like
As in what?
high tech trainers, like as in like high tech were known as a shit make, so he'd wear them, and like he'd wear like if flares weren't in, he'd wear them.
Yeah.
He'd just want to wear something completely different, but he owned it. Do you know what I mean? He'd walk in, ball and say, "I look the nuts," and you're like, "You don't, mate, honestly."
Lee Crooks used to wear the same tracksuit every day and he wasn't arsed. He must have got out of bed and his cupboard must have opened and the tracksuit must have jumped on him.
Aye.
It's the same.
Ian Stevens as well. I was like Greta with Steve-O. And I'm sure he must have slept in his trackie because it was that creased. It was phenomenal.
Dylan,
I ended up
anyone?
with a brick. I wouldn't say like outrageous, but John McGinn was a pair of shorts and a white t-shirt every single day.
Just not bothered.
See the baggy kind of grey, kind of loose ones you would wear in the evening,
Aye,
chilling on the
just
couch.
chill on that.
He would wear them every single morning. And to be fair, I see sometimes on Aston Villa's with like Instagram, and now they're coming out of training, and you know what them playing boys are like, they're
they're
like
mad
Louis
stuff,
Vuitton and
couldn't
all
be
them
arsed.
mad stuff. And John's literally walking in his wash bag in the exact same like shorts and t-shirt.
Do you know
Like,
Stan?
fair play because he's not.
Aye.
He's
Do you know Stan Collymore said that he's his second favourite ever Villa player?
yeah.
Did he?
Aye, because the lad was it Walsh, blonde lad, died not long ago. Shaw won the European Cup. Gary Shaw, something like that. It was something like that.
right.
But he said McGinn. Graham, anyone worst gear?
Ian Stevens.
Was he?
Honestly, it was like,
at least
but
he's
he
backed us up.
didn't care.
What like just trampy?
Yeah.
I think the worst ones are the ones who have a go and can't pull it off.
He'd be the type of guy to drive like a car with like one wheel trim on and three mistakes.
So he's not arsed.
Didn't
Nah,
care,
he,
couldn't
he
care
honestly
less.
wasn't bothered one bit.
I don't get these lads who you come in and you've got your and they've had a right bash.
Oh, Warren Barton.
Unless you're going
Newcastle.
somewhere after.
I
See,
think
unless
they-
you're going
every-
like out with the missus or you've got something on,
Afternoon
you fling a
kip
pair
for
of
me.
jeans on and something half decent. But
I used to give myself away because I'd just track it up and I'd come in smart and
You're
they'd
going
go,
out
he's
after
out.
it. After it. aye.
stinking aftershave.
Dupe.
See, when somebody asks
Cool
you
water.
for
Cool water.
They ask you for a spray your aftershave though, and you're like, oh,
I don't really
don't want to be dishing this out. Yeah.
Right, we've mentioned him a lot through this.
Yeah.
Tony Hopper, ex-teammate. Did you play with him, Skip?
Yeah, working.
Workington.
Yeah, just at working. Yeah, for one
Graeme,
season.
Workington and Carlisle.
Aye.
And best pals.
Best mate. Yeah.
So unfortunately, Tony lost his life around how many years ago?
Yeah, was it Graham?
5 years.
5 years ago.
Yeah, and motor neurons disease. And boy, yeah, I played in a charity game with him, and he got diagnosed just soon after that. And it's, as we said, becoming more and more common, and we need to find that cure. But it would have been his 50th birthday, the end of this month, wouldn't it? And there's a do on at the Holston. That's all ticket. That's sold out. Black tie do, but loads of prizes, loads of raffle tickets. We'll put the link up, and then there's a game at Penrith at 2:00 kickoff on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Ex Carlisle versus ex Workington
Stroke
Penrith.
Penrith. Yeah.
They'll be fitter and younger, eh? They've got about 50 players. There's only
Yeah.
11 shirts.
Yeah, they've got a lot.
I tell you what strips I think we're wearing. I always think the daub's in it. The blue stripes and then a bit of red. It'll be the one Tony wore.
Right.
I can't remember what. Yeah, I'll get it and I'll put it up.
That
So
could
that'll
be tight.
decent.
That could be tight.
That's all right. We've got another week. But yeah, a couple of words on Tony. Just you liked it. You like him under club, didn't you? Did you like him under club or
Any day
Tuesday
club it
club?
was.
He was one of them. I just loved a random drink.
Yeah.
Like just after training outdoor and bang. He loved more that side.
Was he
rather
more of
than
a pub man or a nightclub man?
pub?
Pub,
man,
yeah,
aye.
yeah.
He just liked like say after training he'd just say fancy a pint out of nowhere like come on man, let's
Yeah.
go. What a golf day one day on a Monday
For the club.
for the club, like organised golf day at Stoneyholme. So me and him's last off, just the two where everyone's gone ahead. So I put 2 cans in my bag. And I think is it the 9th when you go back up Stoneyholme?
Yeah.
You've got the clubhouse. So he's just about to tee off on the 9th, and I'm going, and he looked behind, he's going, oh, it's a beautiful day. So he's like that, I said, yeah. So walking up, and he went, we're not playing the back nine.
Not now.
I knew that was coming.
Not playing the back nine. I said, well, what do you want to do? We went, well, we can't go in the clubhouse because I think it was Halpy and that one.
yeah.
So it goes up at the beehive. So it's just me and him sat outside in the beehive, nice day. I said, well, can't have too many. I said, well, just the beehive, if they come over and blah. So sits, his phone goes, and I think it's one of his mates, probably Deane or something.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on. He goes, fancy your castle? I went, eh? He says, I'm going to your class, I'm going to the castle. I went, we're going. So now I'm in a car, going to your castle with Hoppy and Deane and a couple of his mates. Nightclub on Monday night.
Aye,
in
good
the
night.
castle.
Baha.
Can't remember. But next thing, before you know it, we're training Tuesday morning. I'm thinking, how did that happen?
Just blink.
It was a golf day.
You were just over that
Yeah.
how long? 10
Aye.
minutes ago.
And before you know it, you're in nightclubbing in your castle.
There's some clubs still at Stoneyholme, just stashing some trees. Aye, so it'd be a great night. Good player, wasn't he?
Again, one of them, you'd have in your team, done all the
Aye.
dirty work, ran around all day long, covered every blade, head it, kicked it.
Underrated, I think. I think he was very good. But like, I know they were best pals. And can you remember, Graham, when he first told you about his illness or not?
Aye. He'd been like dropping stuff and slurring his words was one of his first ones. And like, as he said, well, I always remember in the car, and he went, do you think I slur my words? I says, well, majority of the time when we're out together, we're on the drink.
We
So-
both do.
So yes.
I'd be worried if he didn't.
And he went in, and then he started going for tests, and then he phoned up this. Well, actually, it was Sue. Sue phoned us up, and at the time, I was in the house with Mel, which just burst into tears because I knew what it was.
You knew the outcome.
Yeah, I just said this.
And you knew it wasn't far down the line.
Well, he didn't have a time limit on it actually. But he
Declined
it was
quick.
2 years. He lasted.
And do you know what? Even when he was in a bad way, he still would have laughed, didn't he?
Oh,
and a drink.
You
and
still
like
took him out, didn't you?
Oh, he
We
looked
used to-
like
we
he
used to
never
take-
ever.
Wheel him out. This is like, he started going downhill. At first, he would like walk with a limp, but then he was in a wheelchair, and he used to have a pint and a straw, and just sit there, and he just used to have a smile all day long because he was
Just
out.
out with the lads.
Aye.
What a way to be when you've got that. Like,
Um,
but that just summed him up, didn't it?
What
as
a
well?
lad.
But you saw like how he ended up the last week or 2 weeks in the hospice, and they were brilliant in there with him. And we went in, and the nurses were talking to her, and we jokingly went, "I will bring the cans next time we come." And the nurses went, "Well, why don't you?" And we're like, "Can we? Definitely, if you want a can, you can have some work. You used to have, go and sit with him and have a can." And then when he just used to say toilet. Obviously, he couldn't go himself. So what we used to do, we used to have a milk bottle, cut the top off, and take him to the toilet, pull his pants down, milk bottle. So he peed in the milk bottle, took it out, and so this time, so I took him, and when our mate Hully, he says, he's never asked me to take him to the toilet. I hope he feels. He says, I'll do it, you know. He says, I'm not like. So we're in the hospice. He went toilet, so I've took him, milk bottle. So next time, toilet. So Hully, I'll take him. So I've given the milk bottle. So gone in the toilet. All I've heard is, you dirty, man, I'm soaked. So they've come out. Tony's like laughing, just big smile. Like, I said, what happened there? So Hully went, well, I've done exactly what I pulled his pants down. He said, I've put the milk bottle, but he's put it on the floor. So Tony can't speak. So Tony's going, no, there, no. And in the end, Tony's just gone, soaked him.
That's why, Hooley. That's why.
Oh, it's brilliant.
But even right to the end, he was up for the
that was
laugh.
like the last week or so of these.
And like we've said before, like there's nobody who like you can't find anybody who's got a bad word to ever say about him. He was that much of a nice guy, and still a big miss, isn't he?
Well, just doing things like this still.
Yeah.
It's like you say, it's been a few years now, and still, still
Yeah.
fondly remembered.
Yeah. So everyone, so it's the 30th and 31st. The night time, the game's the 31st of May, I think.
That's the
We'll
Sunday.
get it all up. Sunday, 2 o'clock kickoff. Get down for 12:30. Plenty of stuff. The prizes, there's loads of them. Some prizes as well. Bloody hell. But it'll be a chance to see some ex-Carlisle players, ex-Penrith, Workington. So whole of Carlisle get together, Cumbria get together and do that there. And cheers for coming, Graeme.
Top man, Graham. Thank you very much, pal.
We'll let you off, Hooley. We're not going to tell her we love you, Lee story. Not yet. Want to sponsor again. But cheers, lads.
Yeah,
Cheers
thanks
for
very
coming.
much.
All the best.
Top man, Graham.
No, thank you.
Cheers, pal.